Hey everybody, I'm back. Maternity leave has been the best, and I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody for your patience while I have been totally gone, totally off the map. I haven't released a YouTube video in a long time. For everybody who's wanted to buy stuff, I shut down the store so you couldn't. I just took a break and focused on being a mom for the last 3 months, and it has been so good, and I am just really excited now to be getting back into the swing of things. There's a lot to catch up on, and yeah, now that I'm here, let's talk about book 5, which came out at the end of last year, and it was kind of a crazy time because the end of every year for me is show season, where I'm out doing, events every weekend. I go to a lot of holiday shows, and I was very pregnant at the time, so I was really exhausted at the end of every show on the weekends. So after book 5 came out, I never really followed up to tell you guys how it went, and it's been just amazing. I can't thank you guys enough for all of the emails that I've been getting. This was, as you know, the very last book in my series for Secrets of the Tally. So this is book 5. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. The prequel's hiding down here. I'm just running out of room on my shelves to put all of the things that I have made. And oh my gosh. Now that it's out, I still don't want to spoil it for you guys, but I can talk a little bit about just book 5 and how it went. And one of the really big things that I did not want to spoil for you guys, so I never said anything, was whether it was going to end really miserably and horribly or whether it was going to have a happy ending. And I needed you guys to at least think for a while that I might pull a Divergent and kill the main character at the end. But I'm here to tell you now, I hated that. I hate books that end, or series that end, with the main character who you've come to know and love dying. Now you guys probably know, or if you don't, I'm spoiling it. I didn't do that to you. And a couple of other things that I've always hated at the ends of series is like, guys, when I was in like the 4th grade and we'd have to write stories and I'd hear other kids end their stories with, and then I woke up and it was all a dream. I was like, what are you guys doing? Why would you end a story like that? You just undid everything that you wrote. You just said, just kidding, none of this happened. And there have been a couple of series that have done that to us over the years. A particular one, and again, I don't want to give a lot of spoilers away. I just am in the mood to talk about the ends of series, but if you guys haven't read them or seen them, I don't want to spoil them for you. So I'll just be really vague and say the 13-book series that ended by undoing all 13 books. If you know, you know. That was super frustrating. I would have never done that to you guys. There's also, I just watched a certain comedy series not that long ago, which will remain unnamed, but it ran for like 10 seasons or something, about bachelors and bachelorettes in New York finding love, and then in the last couple of episodes they undid everything. They completely took all the relationships that you'd been rooting for so many seasons. They took what was a happy ending and undid it with death and divorce in a comedy, and another one, if you know, you know. That was one of the worst endings ever, but I am really happy to say that I'm pretty happy with the ending of book 5, and it seems like you guys were too. And I know that there were some ups and downs in the book. I will say I've had some really happy emails from you guys, and I've had some really, really upset ones too. And if you guys have read it, you guys know which part specifically, right around the middle of the book, people got really upset with me about. And my husband, when he read that for the first time before the book ever came out, it actually almost ended our marriage. He was so upset with me that that thing that happens in the middle of the book happened. But we all got over it. And the book has been really well received. The end of the series, I'm so happy with the way it turned out, and also just the way that the mailing went. I'll show you guys a couple of pictures here. So we ended up going to, I do a huge mailing at the post office. They open hours early. So here, I'll let me tell it to you. All right, friends, this is me about to drive the U-Haul home. Back to the U-Haul place. And here's the empty back. We got here at 6:30 this morning. I'm at the post office where we always drop these boxes off. So we got here at 6:30. It's now almost 10:30. They had 2 people working on it the whole time. We had so many boxes, but they are on their way to you guys. So I can't wait for you guys to get all of your books. And, you know, here we go, driving off, taking the U-Haul back, and these books, the shipment is out. It's in the world. So I always get really nervous when I have a new book that comes out. I obviously really think it's great, but I always get nervous that maybe like something's wrong or people are not going to like it. So please email me once you get the book read, folks, because I want to know how you liked it. So yeah, I'm going to head home and get some breakfast, and it's so weird to actually be able to see the floor in my living room now, or like see the walls. I have to put the art back up on the walls where we had to take it down because the boxes had, the stacks of them were so high. So yeah, I just got to go do some cleanup now and get this U-Haul returned. And I hope you guys love your books. They are on their way. Gosh, I look so tired in that video. I was really tired, but I was feeling like a serious badass driving that U-Haul. You know, I've got my big pregnant belly, and we pull in and we're unloading books, and Kyler didn't let me do a lot of lifting. I was like lifting the really small ones, which is really nice. But we had to like, there were those, I don't know what you call them, just these big carts, and we filled like 4 of these carts and brought them into the post office, just hauling things in off the U-Haul. And again, I couldn't do a lot because I wasn't allowed to lift a lot, but I did drive that U-Haul truck, and I helped where I could. But one of the things that we did on our last Kickstarter campaign is I showed you guys how long the receipt was. It was just yards of receipt, and then we had the kitten playing in it, and I don't have any kittens right now to play in the receipt, so I'll just show you guys a video of, I think I told you already, there were 2 people who were ringing this up for hours, and so here are the 2 receipts going of, we had the 2 different machines printing them off. There were just so many orders, and it was so exciting. And it's really weird that the series is over now. Secrets of the Tally, as you guys know, has been with me for 20 years. And so saying goodbye to all of those characters in the final chapters, now that you guys have had a chance to read it, was so emotional. And there's multiple chapters at the end that wrap everything up, and every character's storyline had to wrap up in this book. That's why it took so long to write. There were just so many characters that had to come together to make the end of the book happen. And getting all of those storylines hammered out and finished and wrapped up by the end of the book, and then making all of those final goodbyes was truly like saying goodbye to lifelong friends of mine. And so it's really strange. I don't actually know where I'm going with this. I just wanted to make a video to tell you guys about how emotional I am that the series is over. But at the same time, it came at a really good time in life, because, you know, literally like 2 months after the books came out, I had a baby and went on maternity leave, and there's just a new chapter of life starting, which is kind of how the book ends, is that one chapter of life is over and a new one is starting. So these books have always run very parallel to my life, I will say. The things that the characters experience and go through, while of course in a fantasy context, really mirrored a lot of the things that I was going through in life during those times. And so I don't know, it feels like this book series was like my soul, and now it's out in the world, and I mean, the series has concluded. My soul hasn't concluded. Like I said, guys, I didn't really have a point to this video. I just wanted to say hi because it has really been a while. I guess I'm just really excited that you guys have loved them as much as I wanted you to. I'm excited that our mailings went almost flawlessly. There was, of course, snafus with the Kalama post office, as there always are and probably always will be. And yes, I'm calling them out by name. They know who they are. Then they know what they've done. And what else? Oh, and we had just a couple books arrive with damage, but everything else went really well. They all went to the right places. People got the right things. We always have a super, super, super low rate of any issues. And I want to say, I don't think any of the issues were ours. I actually don't think we sent the wrong thing to anybody. And if I'm wrong about that, let me know. Maybe by email. Don't put it in the comments. Be like, Haley, you sent me all the wrong stuff. If of course you got the wrong thing in your box, you could always let me know and we'll send you new stuff. But yeah, everything just, the series is over, everything went well, the mailing went well, the Kickstarter went super well. The way that the book ends is exactly what I wanted, and the books turned out exactly how I wanted. You know, I've had so many printing catastrophes in the 8 years that it took me to publish this series. I mean, so many. I will do a video about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, it's tragic, but it's funny now that we're looking back at it and laughing. Yeah, the printing went well, the plushies went well, the mailing went well, everything went well. So I'm going to stop rambling and just say thank you so much for watching this video, for sticking with me through 20 years of books, 5 years of writing my very first copy of Secrets of the Tally, 7 more years of rewriting it before it came out. I literally rewrote this book 26 times before I published it. Like full rewrite, 26, not an exaggeration. And then 8 years of publishing to get out book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, prequel, kids books over there. There's gonna be a new series, of course, and you guys have heard a little bit about it, about, oh, my pitch is so bad for this. I don't even want to say it, but basically it's a traveling circus and a murder mystery and a magical traveling circus. Like I said, really bad pitch. It's not polished yet, but you guys are gonna really love it. But it's gonna be a little while, to be honest, until that one comes out. I just got some other priorities in life at the moment. I actually have a new project that I'm working on that, requires a lot of writing, but isn't a book. So do whatever you want with that, make your guesses. Hopefully it's something I can pull off. It's a new skill and it's something that's a lot of fun. But I'm working on that right now before I come back to this other series. I'm just taking a little break, starting a new chapter of life, and everything is great. So stay tuned. There's gonna be lots more videos coming out now that I have a little bit more sleep in my life, you know, still not a lot, but there's a little bit more than in the first couple of months of having a newborn. So there's gonna be a lot of writerly advice coming out on YouTube and just a lot of new and fun things going on as I figure out what I wanna do next now that this is over, which is still so weird to say. But it opens the door for a lot of things that I wanted to do for a really long time. So stay tuned, there's gonna be a lot of fun things coming out, and thanks so much for hanging out with me on this whole crazy journey, and I'm excited to show you guys all the new things that I'm coming up with next. So see you soon, talk to you later, bye.